A small multiple, sometimes known as a trellis or lattice plot, is a series of charts laid out in a grid. They often represent common data faceted by different categories. In this case, we have engineering, operations, accounting, HR, IT, and manufacturing. On the x-axis, we have different months of the year, and on the y-axis, we have different salary expenses for each department. I really love small multiple plots because you can embed any type of chart and they generalize to any type of comparison. Here we've embedded line plots to show how salary expenses vary over months of the year for each department, but we could have just as easily embedded different histograms, maps, or even pie charts. The small multiple was popularized and coined by Edward Tufte, a leader in the field of data visualization. We'll learn more about him later in the lesson, and we'll hear about him throughout the course. Box plots are another technique to visualize multiple distributions in one graphic. Just like a small multiple, a series of box plots allow us to visualize different distributions all in one graphic. The box plot was invented by John Tukey and comes from the field of exploratory data analysis. While small multiple and box plots are often used for exploratory data analysis to learn how your data is distributed, they can also be used to convey certain points and relationships between your data and your variables. For example, in the box plot here, we have a series of experiments, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, measuring the speed of light. And for each experiment, we take a series of measurements that are visualized as a single box plot. Here we can see the quartile ranges and the mean. And we can plot these side by side to see what we likely believe the speed of light to be after our series of experiments. You can see here the true speed of light is actually plotted in the red line and is quite a bit lower than all the experiments shown here. Just one last point on the difference between EDA and data visualization. Typically, in EDA, you're trying to discover some information about your data for yourself, whereas with a data visualization, you're trying to communicate some information about your data to others. Depending on your intention, you can use both box plots and small multiples to either learn more about your data or try to convey something to others.